I've done that with you.
What?
Where I've had exchanges with you off camera that I could have had on camera, but I didn't, and vice versa. Because I'm like, let the show play out the way it plays out.
Did I do something to you?
Uh-oh. We want to know if Mel has done something to you. Because
No, this isn't a negative thing.
But your last few pods.
I'm saying there are conversations where we've had exchanges that we could have had on camera that would be more interesting, but sometimes the audience will be like, are they beefing? Is there a thing? And it's like, no. And we could say that on camera, or you could let it play out for COE. That's what I'm saying.
But there's a beef.
Oh, there is? Okay.
But Mel,
why would there be a beef?
But Mel is feeling away, and you didn't address it.
Oh, are you feeling away?
You feel like you've been shooting a little, like
kind of heavy.
If they're saying that,
and I am.
Me too.
then it's a thing. Okay.
Handle this better than I did. Go.
And they just said that it seems like for the last little while you've been shooting,
and you just said.
And
I'm asking, do you feel that way? I'm asking what you think.
And I'm just like, yeah.
What I want you to consider potentially is that I'm just treating you like everybody else, but when you're in a position of privilege.
Shut up.
But when you're in a position of privilege,
something she requested.
getting treated like everybody else feels like mistreatment.
You apply more pressure. I got to be honest. You do apply pressure. You have been applying
more than I did earlier, but maybe it's because I hear more things that I disagree with.
What's good, Elevators? It's your boy Elevation here with another episode of the JBP Elevated, where we speak on the Joe Budden podcast and all of his co-hosts on and off the pod. And Joe, Parks, Marc, Mel. Joe is showing why he's a genius and he's the top dog in this shit. This is crazy. This is crazy. But suffice to say, Marc kind of won me over, dog. He won me over. I was against him. Honest to God, I feel like I'm the one that really brought this to the light, so I apologize. But Mel, if you're going to agree with points that are made about you, you have to be able to articulate said points that are made about you. That's one of the things that you're trying to rebrand to, but when you were placed in the spotlight, it was clear as hell you weren't trying to see any altercation, and you were hoping to just handle this behind the scenes, because every other time you've been able to handle it behind the scenes. But Marc made a very pertinent point when he said, when you're privileged, when you get treated like everyone else, it feels like mistreatment. And I have to agree with him. He does shoot at everybody else, except Parks and Ice, and we'll get to that later. Joe, this is beautiful. Every time y'all have discrepancies, it needs to be content. Whether y'all make up or not, your numbers are going to shoot up. You're going to ascend. It would be extremely helpful if y'all made up, but every time y'all have altercations, especially if your community is the one pointing it out, you have to do this. The engagement will go through the roof. I didn't even know this clip came out. I just woke up early. It's like 5:30. I woke up early hoping that the Patreon had today's episode, not realizing that y'all put this out. I don't know if this is on every tier. It's only 10 minutes. It's not under the PPV model, so salute to them for that. But this could change how content is viewed going forward. It's okay to remove that veil. Let niggas know shit's not all copacetic over here. We're humans and we have altercations and fights as well, just like siblings would. Man, y'all know how heavy I was going in on Marc for clowning on Imani and Mel. Those are my two main culprits. It's because he said he's normally returning fire. He normally doesn't shoot at people first, but Imani hasn't shot at Marc. So that nullifies that argument. And Ice and Parks, who else doesn't make fun of Ice and Parks? Joe. Marc is literally following the footsteps of Joe. I guarantee if Joe stopped making fun of Imani and was serious about it like he is with Ice, Marc would stop making fun of Imani. Marc doesn't have the same rapport with everyone that Joe does, so Marc is doing what he's supposed to and is following the leader's footsteps. Whatever is good for the leader is good for the gander. But because no one is witty enough to hang with Marc, it comes off as him bullying people. And because I am the one that always picks up on people's movements, and I'm observing how dynamics change because dynamics have changed, I pointed it out. And I made Mark seem like the bad guy because he's the newbie. And correctfully, I said he doesn't have the rapport with everyone to speak to everyone in the manner that he does. But he's the best thing that has happened to the show. So how do you go against it? I'm the bad guy for pointing it out. No, it's just obvious. But on the flip side, y'all are right. Why does he have to tone it down to suit her? Especially when she's trying to call him out, is trying to use bully tactics by getting everyone to gang up with her on him. But since he's going to stand his ground and he can articulate himself even when his back's in the corner, you are going to look foolish. And now I look foolish because I was trying to help y'all out because y'all aren't witty enough to hang with Mark. And let me throw myself in the ring too. I'm not either. If he came at me, I would falter too before I blew up. That doesn't mean he has to change everything about him. So I'm glad Joe put this out because now it furthers everyone's point. Elevation, you were right. There is some bullshit going on behind the scenes. You're right. But you're not right to say Mark needs to change how he pods because we'll all call him out. And because he can stand up for himself, it shows why he's on the pod in the first place. So this whole situation, which is a big deal, because people act like shit like this isn't a big deal, but it is, because it festers in one's brain. And when one person makes decisions that directly affect the other person, but they don't know why they're making those decisions, it's a big deal. So I'm happy they were able to speak on this. I'm happy Parks is getting fed up with constantly having to edit the show, because it's clear as day. Y'all aren't actors, dog. Y'all are not great actors. Joe is showing that on Ian and Mark's show. I can't keep editing this shit out, dog. I can't. I'm sorry. Y'all niggas fuck up too much. Y'all niggas have too much antipathy toward each other. And everyone's smart to not shoot at Parks because Parks is the final say. And I'm not saying he's the boss. Not by any means. You fuck up on my watch, nigga, it's going on the pod. There's things that I could put in the pod that you want me to take out the pod. There's things that I don't censor when y'all say it that I would absolutely make sure Joe's never seen saying. Things of that sort. Parks is fed the fuck up. Parks is trying to call Mark out too, and he does it often, which is why I don't understand why Mark said those things about Ice and Parks. But he's smart to not shoot at Parks. There's going to come a day where Parks says something that Mark finds incredulous and he just fires at that nigga. Will we ever see it? I don't know. But I have to take back some of my stances on Mark. This isn't me trying to kiss his ass. This is just me acknowledging what the community's been telling me this whole entire time. Elevation, you were right, but community, y'all were more right. I don't want him to change how he pods. Everybody else does have to step up. Because if this meeting is happening often, which I believe it is, because Mel said it herself, I text this nigga a week prior, basically saying the same things. What the fuck are you doing? And since that didn't work, where did she go to? How does Joe know? How does Ice know? I guarantee Ian knows something about this. Just a clusterfuck. So instead of handling it like the grown woman that you want us to perceive you as, you went and burrowed into the corner like a little girl, got all your classmates, got your parents involved, and it still didn't work. Man, Joe, keep it up. This is genius. I hope you do this going forward for more situations, because these situations happen all the time. You're going to get your community more involved, and then the community that those communities have built are going to get more involved, and it's just a continuous cycle. It's a beautiful thing. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the page if you have it. If you have, you already know how we rocking. Like I said, now it's 5:46. We got multiple videos coming out today. I just had to get my thoughts off on that. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.